Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into the source material on a supposed financial platform, BG Wealth Sharing, and its exchange, DSGX. And right off the bat, there's this huge contradiction, isn't there? You've got promises like lifelong benefits from one investment, zero risk, even guaranteed principal withdrawal. But then, boom, the FCA, the Financial Conduct Authority, issues an emergency fraud warning against them months ago.
Right. And that gap, that's really what we're looking at today. It's how these, textbook Ponzi schemes get dressed up in crypto language and slick marketing. It's fascinating in a grim way.
Let's look at that pitch first. It sounds so aspirational. Unlimited income for hardworking people. You know, the whole one smartphone can change your life angle.
Yeah, very appealing.
And the entry point wasn't even that high, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
300 Tether minimum investment, is that right?
That's what the sources indicate, yeah. 300 USDT. But the official side, the proof, it just blows that pitch out of the water immediately.
Because of the FCA warning.
Exactly. The sources confirm the FCA warning, and importantly, both BG Wealth Sharing and the DSGX exchange are explicitly named on the government's scam list.
So, unequivocally flagged as providing unauthorized financial services.
Correct. It confirms this is an illegal financial scheme, plain and simple. No gray area there.
And the structure they described, it sounds almost like a multi-level marketing fever dream. Something about 5-person teams.
Yeah, very MLM. 5-person teams, promises of transaction volume dividends, plus big referral bonuses for roping in your friends and family. Classic recruitment focus.
Okay, so how did the actual, day-to-day scam work for users?
Well, the core mechanism involved these trading signals. Users would get them through Telegram accounts.
Telegram.
Run by this figure they called Professor Steven, and crucially, regulators specifically pointed to those Telegram accounts in their fraud warning.
So the communication channel itself was flagged as part of the fraud.
Precisely.
Now, BG Wealth Sharing claimed these signals are generated by AI, right? That was their justification.
That was the story, yes. AI generating profitable trades. But the source material, it says it's actually just interface manipulation.
Interface manipulation.
Oh.
What does that mean in practice for someone looking at their account dashboard?
It means the numbers are fake. It's not real trading. The website's code is just, designed to show steadily increasing profits. It looks great, keeps people invested, until they actually try to pull their money out. Then the illusion shatters.
What's also really interesting, I think, is the legal layer they tried to build, claiming cooperation with governments, while those same governments were warning people.
It's audacious.
And setting up a Colorado shell company, registering as an exempt reporting advisor. That seems like a lot of effort for a straightforward scam. Why go through that trouble?
That specific registration, the Exempt Reporting Advisor, or ERA, that's often a tactic. It's not really about protecting investors. It's about looking just legitimate enough to fool, say, banks or payment processors.
Wow.
It gives them a veneer of regulatory compliance so they can access the real financial system, move victim money around long enough before getting shut down. It's described in the sources as, straight-up securities fraud.
So a sophisticated front. But eventually it started to crumble, as these things always do. What did the user complaints typically describe happening?
Oh, it's the classic pattern. Depositing money, super easy. Seeing profits on the dashboard, fantastic returns.
Right.
But then try to withdraw. Suddenly there are problems. Customer support disappears. Account balances mysteriously drop. It's the standard exit scam playbook.
Well, wait, there was another layer to this, something darker mentioned in the sources.
Yeah.
A romance scam pipeline.
Yes, that's a really grim twist. Investigators found evidence that this wasn't just about online ads or cold outreach.
How'd that work?
People were apparently targeted on dating apps, relationships were formed, trust was built up over time. Then the perpetrator would introduce BG Wealth Sharing, presenting it like some kind of exclusive insider opportunity, leveraging that emotional connection. So you have high-tech fraud with shell companies running alongside this very high-touch emotional manipulation.
That contrast is stark, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have the professional website, all the jargon about alpha and beta, the official-looking registration. But underneath it all, it's still the oldest trick in the book. Steal from the new investors to pay the old ones until it inevitably collapses.
Exactly. And I think the key takeaway for you listening is just how definitive that regulatory warning is. When a body like the FCA explicitly names a platform and its specific communication channels, like those Telegram accounts, that confirms documented criminal activity, you just have to ignore the marketing no matter how convincing it looks. The warning is the reality.
So here's a final thought to leave you with. What does it tell us about the state of modern scams when they blend sophisticated corporate maneuvers, like registering shell companies for securities fraud, with something as old school and emotionally manipulative as romance fraud? It's quite the combination. Thanks for diving deep with us.